All right. Hey, everybody. We're live here with Captain Lee Crisler of Ocean Breeze Charters in Galveston, Texas, aboard the Tequila Sunrise. How's it going, Captain Lee?
Good. How y'all doing?
Good, good. You're like a pro boxer. You've got like the 10-second intro, you know, master of the deep seas, all this stuff.
That's right. That's right. Go big, go home.
But yeah, you know, just so everybody knows, you know, Captain Lee Crisler operates the Tequila Sunrise, a 50-foot Ocean Super Sport out of the Galveston Yacht Basin in Galveston, Texas. And so this is kind of a unique, unique interview because Captain Lee's going to show us around, and then we're going to get into a current offshore Galveston fishing report with some big current news, right? That giant bluefin tuna that was caught. And then Captain Lee's going to give us some tips on catching Mahi Mahi on some offshore candy lures. So yeah, we've got a lot to get into, but how you been?
I've been good. Wish I've been fishing more than I have, but chomping at the bit, ready to go.
Yep. Well, y'all had a good recent trip, right? So we can probably start there. How'd that go?
Oh yeah, it went real great. So let's see, we left in the morning. It was a 2-day trip. So went out about 120 miles towards the flower gardens, and everybody wanted to target tuna, so we put them on tuna, some wahoo, and a couple other different species, grouper, and a little bit of everything. Yeah, it was a good trip though. Everybody had a good time.
Yeah, that's great to hear. So can you touch on that? You know, because that's something that you do, which is you talk to your clients before the trip and you say, hey, what are you guys trying to target? What do you want to go after? Can you talk about how that kind of interaction plays out?
Yeah, sure. So I guess we do things a little bit different here. Some charter boats you get on and they want to target certain species that they're used to targeting, but I want to try and give an experience with everybody that kind of check things off of their bucket list,
Yeah.
So awesome. I'll ask them what kind of fish are they looking for, and then I'll advise them whether we're going to be in that area for that fish, or and if we are and they're in season running, then we'll try and target them. But I really try and put a lot of different species on the deck,
Yeah, totally. That's awesome.
Yeah, we listen to our customers, try and fill their bucket list.
Yeah, that's the name of the game. We actually have I'm writing a big blog report right now on kind of like my top bucket list trips that we have on the site, and you guys definitely make an appearance, so be ready for that. So where are you sitting right now? Show us around. Show us some weather.
I'm sitting in the comfortable recliner. Hold on a second. Buddy Ron over here. I say hi, Ron.
Greetings.
Hey, Ron. How's it going?
Oh, pretty good.
Nice.
So, here's what we call a salon. A couple of recliner leather sofas. You got television in here. Nice air conditioning. A few more spots to sit over here. Down in the galley area or the kitchen.
Yeah.
Right here. So you got all the amenities of home. And then I'm not going to show you my room because it's a mess. I'm gonna get So I got the captain's quarters there. Then I got off to the side over here. We got another quarters there. We've got 2 bathrooms on board. 2 bathrooms, 2 showers.
Yeah.
Let's see. And then, of course, this is out back on the deck back there. That's where all the action happens.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and then we got a bridge up top, of course. So,
yeah.
Anyways, yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. And then there's a little fridge tucked away down there too. That's not so little, actually. It's pretty sizable. So, people can pack, whatever they're bringing on board. And it's it's nice to have a kitchen for when you need to get cooking right away on that fresh catch. So
yeah, speaking of that, we also try and stop off, especially on these 2-day trips. We're allowed to stop and catch, let's say, red snapper that's not in season, but we're allowed to stop off because we're doing beyond a 24-hour trip to actually catch our fish and consume it out there. So we carry a gas grill on board, and we'll throw some red snapper or grouper on the grill, or whatever. And then we've got the Chris and Benny or David. I'll have them the crew members. They'll make up like a ceviche mix before we even leave the dock.
Wow, no way.
Yeah. So so when we get out there, we'll catch some snapper, have some snapper ceviche the next day, and some ice cold beers.
Can't forget those. That's awesome. Well, so can you talk about Chris and Benny a little bit, and how hard the crew works, how hard you work, to really make it a seamless experience, for people coming out with you, because that's part of the bargain, is that hardworking team for people who come out on your trips.
Yeah, work's the key word there. It is hard work, and we come out a full 24 hours. It takes us 24 hours basically to get ready for a big trip. With all the tackle and gear, and we bring on anywhere from 500 to 800 pounds of ice, depending on how hot it is and where we're going, and fuel and water, and fill the tanks, and clean the boat real good, and bait and ice. I mean, do engine room checks, filters, and get extra of everything, grocery stores. So the guys work hard. It takes a full crew to run a boat like this.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, it's a full-time job, to say the least. So what would you say about the type of angler, the type of group that comes on your trips? Is it specifically expert, offshore fishermen, or is it more of kind of people that are just trying to have a good day on the water? What would you say to that?
No, most of our customers that come on board are going to be moderate fishermen that they've been offshore, but they haven't been on an offshore adventure like this.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things that they learn from us that they didn't know about. We fish deep water, so a lot, especially in this area, a lot of people, as far as they get out in these personal center consoles, that 50, 60 miles is a long trip for them. So, when you're out 100 miles, it's different fishing out there.
Right.
And so you got to use different techniques. But yeah, we got from the novice angler to the avid, highly skilled anglers that come out.
Right.
We take care of all of them. So you don't need to be a avid angler to be able to fish for collegiate fish, or have the chance of catching a trophy.
Right.
We come out. That's what the crew does. Chris and Benny and David,
right.
and Captain Dave.
Definitely.
Everybody works together.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like, Mark and Joe, who were on the trip with us. Mark Schaefbauer of the Bait Butler has his own boat. He likes to go bay fishing and things, but he's not going to take, and he'll even go snapper fishing on his own boat, but he's not going to go, 110 miles offshore to the flower gardens, so they had a blast. I know they had a blast on the trip, and, they brought some of their own gear because they're, avid offshore fishermen, wanted to test it against, blackfin tuna, that sort of thing. But you guys obviously have your own, pen rods and reels and everything that are of the highest quality. So really fun to have everything kind of out there for you, ready to go.
Yeah, other people have their own gear. I don't mind at all. That's great because it's something I guess special. Going out, putting that gear together, taking the time, to purchase it.
Right.
There's a lot that goes into it. So when they catch some nice fish on their own gear, it's that much more special.
Yeah, definitely. Kind of like a fly fisherman, I guess, who likes tying his own fly. Kind of that routine, I guess.
Joke out of that.
What's that?
Tying his own fly. Yeah, I've tied my own fly many times.
Oh, there you go. Well, so what's the current fishing report out of Galveston? How are things looking? Obviously, the big news is that giant bluefin tuna, but you've been out there relatively recently. I know you guys, got your work done on the Wahoo, but how have things been in general, and where are things headed?
So right now, bluefin are breeding about 100, 120 miles, 130 out.
No way.
So yeah, everybody's talking about the 820 pounder they brought in, and the 599.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Yeah, one after another. So it's fishing in deep offshore in the Gulf Stream is year round. A lot of people think that wintertime, fishing slows down. No, a lot of the fish will actually stay out there because those warm Caribbean waters are flowing through that area. So
yeah,
it's a good time to be out there. Closer to the shore you are, it's more seasonal.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, let's see, Captain Leslie said the water temp a week or two ago, I think, was 86 offshore. So even here, what have we got? Maybe 73, something like 74. So drastic difference in temperature. So that's what you want to find is, some temperature change and get different species in. So now the mahi are moving in. And of course, your kingfish are going to be here pretty soon as that warm water is coming this way.
Yeah.
A lot of species out there right now.
Yeah, that's awesome. Chris just commented the marlin have showed up, and Mark just said he's ready to fish. So maybe we got to get both of them out here on some marlin. Kill two birds with one stone.
That's right.
There you go.
We're ready. Yeah, Chris told me that his buddy was out there. It was pretty slick the day before yesterday, and they were trolling in the center console and got the marlin to chase their spread or their lures a few times, but just couldn't quite hook up. But that's exciting just to have the chance to have a marlin chase your spread out there. That's something else.
Yeah, well, that's a good point. So can you talk about your spread and how you guys set things up when you're trolling? You've got the daisy chain, you've got the nomad lures, the offshore candy. How are you spreading those things out? Because that's obviously a huge difference. Fishing with you guys, it's not just that the comfort of the tequila sunrise, but it's also the fact that you've got the wide outriggers. You can go 5 wide, whereas someone in their center console might just throw 3 lines in, or they might have 5, but they're still not covering that real estate.
Oh no, we spread 7 on the tequila.
7, you're right. Yeah, sorry. What am I saying? All the more chances for you.
So, well, one of my favorite trolling lures, skirts, topwater, is going to be offshore candy.
Yeah.
And matter of fact, I just today, Mark from Offshore Candy sent me some new ones today, and I'm so excited because these right. I like running tandems because tandems seem to pick up a little bit of everything. You can a tandem lure.
Yeah.
Real small lures. They're not real big, but they'll pick up a bull mahi, yellowfin, blackfin, a lot of species that hit them. I mean, even
Yeah.
have a kingfish that hit them. We'll
Yeah.
throw past the finger on our way out and catch kingfish on the spread. But let me show you real quick some of this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is one that I got today. Love this. This is a little tandem.
Yeah.
So
Wow, that's cool.
yeah. So we got a little jet head right here, and it's going to be running like a squid or something, or on top of the water, skipping over the water every once in a while, what you can do. But he asked me, so what colors you want? I said, well, definitely give me a green, something with blue, pink. I got to have my pink, man.
Yeah.
Pink out here works great, So that
Yeah.
little lure right there, I mean, you can get a monster. I mean, to me, that's little. A lot of people would say that's not, but that's a small lure. But you can get a monster mahi or really nice tuna with that. But yeah, that's got some nice colors there too.
Yeah.
It's these little jet heads, boy, they do the trick. But and then so on our corners, the crew had put out. This is one of my favorite divers.
Right.
Nomad, that's taken country by storm. That's made in Australia, and that Nomad lure right there dives deep, and we troll fast when we want to.
They withstand the wahoo hit too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I've actually got that lure here, and when we finished the trip, it literally had no paint, the red on it.
Yeah.
That's how many fish we caught on the red. Yeah, it was crazy.
That's
But
awesome.
yeah, it's a good time. But anyway, so we'll run these on the corners, with the corner of our back of our boat back there,
Right.
30 yards back or so, and that's the very first thing we set out is those diving lures, because they're the fastest to deploy, the easiest, and they catch a lot of fish, all
Yeah.
kinds of species. So it don't matter what species it is. You can even catch grouper with this. They use trove in the east coast of like over around West Palm Beach,
Yeah. Lauderdale, Miami.
Royal Pass, yeah, Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to stroll right out on the beach and catch grouper with trolling lures,
Wow.
diving lures. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mark with Offshore Canyon knows that. He lives over there. So
That's awesome.
yeah, and this is one of our setups right here that we use on the spread. I use that for mahi or tuna, but
Yeah.
I'll put. So what I'll do is I will put each outrigger. I have two different lures on it. We
Mm-hmm.
call it long and a short.
Right.
And we'll throw out our long first, and it'll be about depending on the waves, it'd be about 4 or 5 wakes behind the boat.
Yeah.
So what action we get out of that lure, we don't want it out of the water all the time, depending on what it is, but we want it skipping out, a
Right.
little, to make it look more natural.
Yeah.
And then we'll run a short, and we'll have two sides of that. So port side, starboard side, I have two longs, and they'll
Mm-hmm.
be lined up, and then we'll have two shorts. They'll kind of be lined up, and then we'll run what we call a shotgun, real far behind the boat. It may be, 75, 80 yards back there.
Yeah.
Then that's the trailer, and that one we use an Islander on that a lot.
Yeah.
So Islander's basically a long skirt, different colors.
Mm-hmm.
Blue and white's a real good one out here, and it's weighted in the front, and we'll put a ballyhoo on that, or you can run it what we call naked, just run a ballyhoo out there too. But just going from spot to spot in a sport fishing boat, you pick up a lot of fish. You'll pick up fish.
Yeah, a lot of freeloaders along the way.
Hey, from spot to spot, you got to find that highway. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, totally. Well, so can you tell people about that, because I think that's another reason your trips are unique. You're not just going out there to troll. You're not just beelining it to a rig to go jigging. You're trolling to the next spot, so you're catching fish consistently. And you're doing it in different ways, which is really fun, and catching different species. So it's one trip, but you're catching all these different species, and you're trolling, you're jigging at the rigs, and then you've also got the Daiwa lure for tile fish and stuff like that. So can you touch on all the different facets of your trips?
Yeah. So like you said, we like to mix it up. I want a boatload of fish, just for everybody. So we work hard, and my favorite way of catching a fish is trolling most of the time. It's not everybody's favorite way, but that's why I mix it up.
Yeah.
It's a entertainment trip, so um, I'm there to make sure the customers are entertained. So we'll troll from, let's say, one rig to another, and we might pick up something, might not. But we're going to go to the bottom also, or depending on how deep it is, close to it. We're gonna target grouper, tuna. We're gonna target wahoo. On the troll, you can pick up a sail, a marlin, tuna also, and mahi, and kings, and we'll drop to the bottom, or we'll drop. I should say our bottom down there is 1,000 feet, so
Yeah.
we'll take the um, deep drop reel, the electric reel,
Right.
and we'll deep drop for tile or barrel fish, or those type of fish. We really mix it up a lot, and make sure 'cause fishing's fishing, and you're not guaranteed to get any fish. I've never been skunked. I'll put it that way. But,
Yeah.
knock on wood.
Yeah. That's
But
all.
some days are tougher than other. I mean, it's a fight. I mean, the fish all are. The weather has everything to do with it.
Yeah.
So sea temperatures, currents, barometric pressure, cloud cover. I
So
mean, but we'll mix it up.
So what are you looking for, given all those different criteria? You've got temperature, you've got the weather, you've got everything. What would you say would kind of be your perfect mix of conditions for trolling in these trips?
Well, some people don't like to troll when it's rough, but honestly, I've had some of my best days trolling when it's pretty rough,
Mm-hmm.
especially on for if somebody's looking for kings,
Yeah.
Um, man, a real good scenario would be a clear July day, where the water's semi calm. Sometimes if the water's too calm, it's more difficult to troll because your lures don't get the action that they need
Yeah.
for the wake, but yeah, definitely, summertime for mahi. We're gonna look for warm water, clear water. Mahi are not a dirty water fish, so you got to go real far to get that real good mahi. Now I've
Mhm.
seen them in the green water, but usually not the bulls.
Yeah.
Um, you know, uh, um, Current, wind, um, all that. But a nice semi-calm day that's clear uh, usually produces pretty good,
Perfect.
but not too calm though. You want a little action.
Yeah. Well, so how can you take us through kind of your year, starting in January, when the best times are for which specific species?
January, tuna definitely, yellowfin, blackfin, of course that's year round. Um, Tuna likes the cooler water. Wahoo move in, the big ones. I mean, they're here year round. I catch them year round on the troll, but in numbers during the winter.
Mm-hmm.
Would
Would you say wahoo's your favorite eating fish?
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna take that back. I got so many, but that's one of them. So Captain Dave, he gave me some sashimi wahoo the other day. Oh man, it was so good. I tell you,
Yeah.
it's such a clean white fish, and the fish that we get out here, they're not your fish that taste like fish.
Oh
They
yeah.
have no gamey taste whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
And the ocean produces a different flavor than what a freshwater would.
Mm-hmm.
Especially your deep water fish, clear water fish.
Yeah, delicious.
Yeah, tile fish. So I gave my wife tile fish the other. Yeah, Ron's shaking his head. Yeah, he knows about tile. So I gave my wife tile fish the other day, and she's all about the tuna and red snapper,
Yeah.
things like that, which is
Can't
all
argue
good.
with it. Yeah.
Yeah, those are great eating fish too. But yeah, I cooked some tile for her the other day, and she's like, "Oh, my new favorite fish."
Nice.
That's a great fish. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody has a chance to eat tile fish, they should do it. Fresh only. Fresh is the way to go.
Yeah. Cool. Awesome. Let's see. Oh, here's a question I had. What do you think of when people say, "Oh, he's a fishy guy," or "Oh, he's a fishy guide or a fishy captain, or just a fishy dude"? What do you think that means to you? Would you want someone to call you fishy, or what do you think about that term?
Well, not really, because where I come from, fishy is kind of shady to me. That's my area, but I don't know. I mean, everybody's got their own opinion on that, but I wouldn't want to be called a fishy kind of guy. Fishy, sneaky to me.
Yeah. Well, some people are like, "Oh, he's a fishy guy." He studies the charts and keeps a journal of conditions back to 10 years. He thinks like a fish. He's a fishy dude. But to
Yeah,
you,
there's a few captains around here that I got to give credit. They're like that.
mm-hmm.
I definitely would put that comment on them for this area. But yeah, fishy around here would be for that, but they really know their stuff, and I admire that, and
Yeah.
I do a lot of reading myself, and I do. My wife sees me online all the time, and I wake up on Sunday morning, on the phone, but reading new articles and
Yeah.
techniques and who's catching what, and where's the bite at,
Yeah. Very cool. Let's see. So what's it like for you, on board when something hits and the reel just starts screaming? What's that feeling like?
Oh man, that's like a total adrenaline rush. That never gets old, never ever. I live that every day. To me, that's a sound of victory because it's a hunt out here, and the ocean is a big hunting ground. And to find that one that's going to hit that lure that you spent so much time and effort to make it presentable to that fish, is satisfying, very satisfying.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome to hear. So why would you say you do it day in and day out? What gets you up in the morning?
Uh, have no regrets in life. There's no redos, and this is something that I love, something I've always wanted to do, and I'm living my dream. So I don't want to have no regrets when it's time for the rocking chair. You know, I've done what I wanted to do.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Is there a number one memory that stands out, you know, from your trips or your days on the water? Anything specific?
Yeah, I think Chris will probably remember this one. And my buddy Jan was there with them. So we had a guy come over from Holland or Belgium. It was a chef
Uh-huh.
over there. And he called me up one day and said, "Hey, I've got to, my plane leaves in 3 days. Can you get me and my buddies out on the water?" I was like, "Yeah, let's make it happen. We got a good window." So he come down here with his friends, and we took him out on a 36-hour trip. And he's like, "Look, I got a bucket list. I want to catch AJ. I want to catch Mahi. I think it was beeliners or some type of snapper and grouper."
Uh-huh.
So yeah, we made it happen for him, and he was just totally thrilled.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a good trip. I remember that, and I was glad I could send somebody across the pond with a good memory.
Yeah.
You know, of fishing over here.
That's amazing. That's really cool to hear.
Yeah.
What's the biggest fish you ever caught?
Mm. Mm, I'd love to say it's a marlin, but it ain't. Um, I don't know. Probably, honestly, a um, probably gonna be shark. Let's see, about 200, 230, something like that.
It's a big
Um,
shark.
oh yeah, some big sharks here. We catch a lot of them. But yeah, that's probably about the biggest I've caught.
Nice. That's huge.
So, yeah.
So if you had to if you could only have one more cast in your life, what would you throw and where would you be?
Man, you know, I've a lot of people say they would go out of country, but you know, United States got so much to offer. With we're surrounded by water.
Yeah.
Just about all the way. So um, I want to go to Dry Tortugas down out of Key West.
Yeah.
I watch the shows um, fishing down there. That place is just so beautiful, and there's so many different species of fish over there. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I like to do that.
Yeah. That's cool. That's awesome. Yeah, out there kind of middle of nowhere really.
Yeah, it is.
Right. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
that's such a beautiful area, and you can catch everything. I mean, we could troll for marlin, catch, daytime drop for swordfish, or
Wow.
just multiple species of grouper, different snappers, and sailfish, and I mean, you name it, it's out there, and it's a beautiful place that I've seen on TV that I definitely would like to go.
Yeah, that's awesome. Why do you think what you do is important?
Um, you know, I'm an entertainer, so I like to, I love when the people, catch a fish
Yeah.
out here, and they're just so excited. I'm really excited for them,
Yeah.
and I'm just really happy to send them home with a good memory. Um, and it makes me feel good, and and that's what people are looking for. They're looking for a good time, and we may not catch sometimes as many fish as what we want, um, but we will have a good time doing it.
Yeah.
And I think that's very important to help people, have good memories.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, especially in times like these, it kind of makes you, really makes you feel privileged about, having your health and making yourself kind of think, okay, when things get back to normal, I'm really gonna see the every day and make the most of it. So that's what it's all about.
Yeah, absolutely.
How do you feel about the future of fishing?
Oh, I think it's great. I mean, there's a lot of conservation going on, and even though there's more people, being populated in the earth, a lot of people are being conscientious about, the fishing. Whether it's fishing or hunting or the outdoors period. So I think it's going to be just fine, and in some aspects even better.
Wow, that's awesome.
Conservation, yeah.
Very cool. Well, so now, just to wrap things up, we have a few rapid fire questions. So you have to answer with whatever comes to mind.
Before I didn't like it.
Yeah, we switched them up a bit, but here we go. What's your favorite body of water to fish?
Favorite body of water is Mississippi Canyon, Louisiana.
Nice. If you had to be doing something different, what would it be?
Deckhand instead of captain.
What other hobbies do you enjoy outside of fishing?
Spending time with my wife.
There you go. Do you have a nickname, and if so, how'd you get it?
My grandfather nicknamed me Jake.
Okay.
Yeah, he wanted to name me that, but my mom said no. So he loved John Wayne. So there you go.
There you go. Nice. Let's see. Do you have a favorite song or band right now?
Oh man, I don't know. I really like Nickelback.
There you go. Yeah. What's your favorite movie?
Oh, my favorite movie. Gosh, there's so many of them. Yeah, I don't know. We'll skip that one.
Cool. And if anybody has questions for Captain Lee, feel free to drop them in the comments, and we'll try to shout them out before we wrap up. Favorite sports team?
Houston Astros. Oh yeah, yeah. I gotta support the Stros.
Oh, nice. That's awesome. Yeah, it's got to be good luck. If you could have one superpower, what would it be?
X-ray vision.
There you go. What was your last Halloween costume?
Last Halloween? I don't know. Probably something offensive.
What do you want for Christmas?
Oh man, new electric reel.
There you go.
Can I have one?
Yeah. Hey, wait. You need to touch on the sound system. You guys just revamped things, right?
Oh yeah, boy, that thing is wicked. So, Chris brought over a JL audio system, and oh my goodness, I went out. David and I went trolling the other day just to kill some time and check it out over the engines. Oh man, that system is killer. I can only turn it up about a little over halfway, and it'll blow you out. Yeah, it's awesome. Got awesome bass, and yeah, it's a good system. Yeah, so we put in a Bluetooth system to where all the customers can tap into it and play their favorite songs. So yeah, they're in control. But I tell you, it's stomping. It's pretty good.
Awesome. That's awesome. Can't beat that. Jamming some tunes, trolling out there. That sounds pretty nice. Can you name one of the seven dwarfs?
Sleepy.
There you go. Sleepy works. How many pull-ups can you do in a row?
Oh, come on.
Putting you on the spot.
I don't know. Probably 8.
There you go. That's solid. Let's see. You already did the big fish. So yeah, now just wrapping it up. Do you want to give a shout out to the troops, the armed forces, veterans? I know your son's serving, right?
Yeah, my son's over in Okinawa in lockdown right now. So if you're listening, son, God bless you and everyone over there, and God bless all of our service members. And shout out to all the people that are in the hospitals trying to get us well. And, God bless America.
Yeah. Couldn't have said it better. Yeah. Hearts go out to everyone, everybody serving, everybody who's sick right now. Pretty crazy time, but,
I feel like, we was talking today, I was telling you that, I think once this is over, everybody's been, in their homes and, they're ready to get out. So, what better way to do it than, go fishing, go to the beach, just get out and enjoy the outdoors. So I think a lot of people will actually head to the beaches and, do a lot of fishing and good family activity.
Yeah. Best way to celebrate life that there is,
Yeah.
So hopefully some of those people, they spend a day at the beach or whatever, and then they head offshore with you. So, can't recommend it more highly. It was a blast when we were out there with you. One of the best, definitely a bucket list experience. It's really something else. So,
well, you never know what you're going to get out there. I mean, every time we go out there, it's just a new thrill. Never gets old. We see a lot of things, and a lot of people don't know that there's a lot of sea turtles in this area. And, I mean, we're just loaded with sea turtles. It's pretty awesome to see that.
Yeah, and I mean, like the flying fish. I think one flew overboard, nearly hit me in the face or whatever. But yeah, I mean, there's all sorts of action.
Yeah,
there.
A lot of people that don't know about flying fish, they're like, what have you been drinking? Oh, for real, there's flying fish out there. They got wings and they can fly like 30, 40 yards. And that's pretty cool. So, anyways, but yeah, we'd love to have some people come out, after all this is over with. And we're still open. I actually stay on the boat a lot, so I've been back and forth to my boat the last 3-4 weeks. So I've been staying down here and just doing some things and having a good time. But I'm ready to get out and associate with everybody, and everybody's ready to get this over with. But I think it's coming to an end.
Yeah, definitely. Soon enough. Sooner rather than later.
Hey, I wanted to show you. Benny got our crew shirts the other day, so I want to show you. Let me see if I can see it right there. You see that Captain Experience down there?
Yeah, right below Nomad.
Yeah. Then we got Offshore Candy.
Yeah.
Yes, some of our sponsors there, but yeah, we really appreciate you and what you're doing for all of us captains. It's great to have somebody like you, especially somebody that's we consider local in the area.
Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, I really appreciate that, and it's just an absolute blast. I mean, I think that you have a more fun job than I do, but it's still really fun to get. It's still really fun to get people out there, and it's all the better, really having confidence in the trips that we offer and the captains that we help. So thank you for offering the lifetime experiences to people that you offer. It's impacted me personally, and I'm excited to help other people share that experience.
Well, we're going to share it next weather window. So I told you, be ready, have your bags packed.
Let's do it. Yeah. I
don't know where we're going, but one thing's for sure, you won't be able to see land for a few days.
I love the sound of that. Love it.
That's right.
Awesome. Well, yeah, I'll let you get back to it. I know you got a lot of work to do on the boat, but thanks again, Captain Lee.
Absolutely.
Really appreciate it. So yeah, this was, another Captain Experiences live interview with Captain Lee Crisler of Ocean Breeze Charters aboard the 50-foot Ocean Super Sport, the Tequila Sunrise. I told you, you've got that boxer intro, the worldwide champ.
Yeah, my wife says I'm a bulldog.
There you go. Good stuff. Yeah, we'll add the bulldog to your title next time.
All right, guys.
Take it easy, Captain Lee. Thanks again.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. Y'all come see us.
Awesome. Bye.
All right, bye.